You are alive. This our lighting? This is how this looks.
This is really bright. Turn off.
Just put that farther away. That's betterish.
Mm-hmm.
This camera just doesn't pick up things super well. All right, we need a couple people to filter in before we can start. My best friend's exorcism trailer heads back to 1980s for a satanic ritual. We got 7 people in here, so
Hello.
that's not bad. That's not bad. Good real hunting. I'm assuming this is Brett. Ben's in here, or Paradise. Yeah, so we talked about doing a live recently, and I went to look at when the last time we did a live was, and it was like 8 months, and I was floored by that. But I guess that makes sense because we haven't went live in a long time. How hot was it today for you guys?
It wasn't that bad. It was like 89, but it's humid, so that makes it feel a lot hotter.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm inside the salon all day, so I don't get outside.
I walk outside to take the trash out and to check the mail.
I think I was outside during the day for probably about a minute and a half today, so I'm not really sure what temperature it was outside. But anyway, we've got Matt in here.
Hello.
We've got Brett in here. We've got Ben. We've got David. Hello. All right. So, hello. Are you there? Are you dead? So, yeah, we just want to talk about some news. I didn't know what else to do the video on, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to just look at some news stories and just chat about them. How's everyone doing tonight? We didn't really have a plan for this video.
No plan.
All right, first things first. Sean Cunningham teases Friday the 13th, number 13, for next year. When it comes to new Friday the 13th properties, you can just take everything with a grain of salt. I will believe it when I see it. When I see it's in production, when I see it's filming, when I see like production stills, when honestly, up until about when I see the movie.
That's
when I'll believe
you have to watch the movie to believe it.
Yeah, that's when I'll believe a fucking Friday the 13th film is actually happening. It has now been a full 13 years since the release of the last Friday the 13th. That's ironic. Yeah, but that makes sense. 2009. With the franchise trapped in a messy legal battle ever since. You fucking bet your ass it has been. But the basic gist is that Sean Cunningham, the original movie's director, and Victor Miller, the original movie's writer, have been fighting over who gets control of what. I know that one of them won the rights to like the first movie and like the other one. Does it say something in here? Sean S. Cunningham directed and produced blah, blah, blah. What does this mean? Having Cunningham and Miller worked out a deal, or is Cunningham developing a Friday project of his own? For now, it's a mysterious tease that has us scratching our heads. See, this is bullshit. He's just teasing nonsense once again. This is, everyone's like, oh, see?
It's coming.
It's bullshit.
It's coming.
They do this all the time. Oh, we're going to get a new Friday movie. Bullshit.
I think people are just hopeful. We're just holding out hope that we will get more Friday.
We'll get a Friday the 13th film eventually. Eventually, you'll get one.
When it's fully VR movies.
I'll pretty much guarantee this, and this will piss off some people right now, but I will tell you right now, Blumhouse is going to buy the rights to this, and they are going to make a fucking Friday movie. And whether or not you like the Halloween franchise, that what they're doing with it, I'm not a huge fan of it.
I am.
Loves it,
I would be totally happy.
But I'm going to tell you right now, Blumhouse has all the money. They have all the power. You know, A24 ain't gonna buy them.
No.
You know, A24 doesn't want anything to do with it. So as far as the horror world goes, they got Michael. You know,
yes,
they're gonna try to play like horror Monopoly, and they're gonna take
Michael, I got Jason,
Freddy.
I hate Monopoly.
So I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. You'll see that announcement one of these days. So
my best friend.
As long as they hire me to write.
Oh yeah, right.
This movie, I'm totally fine with whoever does it. All right, let's see. Better be released on Friday, October 13th, 2023.
Yes.
I don't give a shit. I don't care when it comes out. Just come out. But we have a Friday the 13th next October, huh? I mean,
it'd be perfect.
That's perfect, right? Check out My Best Friend's Exorcism. Yeah, Kaylee just read that book. What'd you think?
Well, no, I didn't just read it. I read it a while ago.
Recently.
Like a year ago.
Bullshit.
But I've read other books by him recently.
Wait, what?
Yeah, My Best Friend's Exorcism. I read
what's the one that you just read?
The one that I just read by him.
The one I bought you. No,
I haven't finished that. That's the Final Girl support.
No, but the other one, the one that looks like a VHS cover.
Yeah, you didn't buy me that one.
But you read that.
I did read that
just recently.
No, not just recently. Like before I moved to Arizona.
What?
Like before we met.
I legitimately remember you reading this like a month or two ago.
That's so funny. No.
But then again, I thought we live streamed like last week. So what the fuck do I know?
I read this book and I loved this book. I thought it was really fun and I'm super excited to see the film adaptation because I was telling you about it. This author, I've read a couple of his books so far and I really like his work. I think it's like just fun, campy kind of horror stuff. And I was telling you that this would make a really good movie. So I'm happy that it is being adapted.
Yeah, it's being adapted, written and directed, I think, by Christopher Landon, who I'm a big fan of. I think that he makes super fun films. And from the tone I'm getting from the trailer and from what you've told me about the book, he seems like a perfect person to tap for the directing and writing rights on that. So that was a good pick. I watched some of the trailer, but I think I'm gonna read the book.
You should.
But it comes out soon, right?
I know.
September
30th is what
29th or 30th?
30th.
30th?
That's what you should, man.
Yeah, so like a month, which is crazy because like I didn't even know they were making it, and then we get a trailer, and that just seems to be the streaming way to do things. Is like, here's a trailer, it's coming out next month. Netflix loves to do that shit. Silent Evil, I just watched your Killer Klowns from Outer Space game reaction. Yeah. What's been really weird is like I did that video because I wanted to ask people if they have that same occurrence that I have all the time where I watch something that I haven't seen in 20 years or talk about something I haven't talked about in 20 years, and then they announce a project dealing with that franchise that day or the next day. And it just so happened I happened to wear my Killer Klowns from Outer Space t-shirt, which then prompted us to watch the movie. And within about an hour or two of finishing the film, they announced the game out of nowhere with the trailer. And we were just like, okay, this is weird. But then in the comments of that video, I had so many people being like, I watched Killer Klowns from Outer Space with my fiance yesterday out of nowhere. And then I get this. And then, we're looking at videos and of people who were making reactions to the Terrifier trailer, which is where I wore my Killer Klowns from Outer Space shirt. And the guy that we just saw who was doing a Terrifier 2 reaction trailer reaction, he had a Killer Klowns from Outer Space shirt on. And I was like, what the fuck?
Killer Klowns. It was just in the air. Everyone was like, give me more of their popcorn.
Apparently the director of They Them is a big Friday the 13th fan and has said he's been in talks with Blum to make a new Friday the 13th. Do they dare? They don't. We talked about our review. I talked about it in our review that They Them is very successful in everything but the horror.
Yes.
For us. We liked the characters, we liked like the drama and the comedy and whatever else, but the horror was dog shit.
So bad.
So stay far, far away from a Friday the 13th film. You just made a bloodless slasher with very few kills and none shown on screen.
The opposite.
Get the fuck out of here. You touch a Friday the 13th film, I will scream. Larry, what's up? Love you guys. Hello, my favorite horror movie couple, Guillermo Canales, the Santa Claus himself. That guy sent me more shit than anybody. So thank you for that. I never can thank you enough. Still need to watch that movie sometimes. I'm assuming he's talking about, I don't know. What were we talking about? Friday the 13th? You should probably watch Friday the 13th. That's what you're talking about. Apparently on Cunningham Cameo profile, it says that he is the producer on the Friday the 13th franchise, including a new one scheduled for next year. Bullshit. Kills has good. Sick. Blumhouse, I want far, far away from Friday the 13th. Blumhouse, the Disney of horror. The Disney of horror, I don't even know what that means. I mean, Disney is the Disney of Marvel right now, and they're doing pretty fucking good.
That's true.
My question is, are we going to get a Nightmare on Elm Street movie anytime soon? To which Silent Evil says Nightmare on Elm Street is dead. It's currently dead. Every franchise is until they make a new one. Will we get a new one? Yeah, sure, eventually. When? Who the fuck knows?
Who knows?
Grady Hendrix was good. Final Girl supporting group. Final Girl support group is a good book also. Yeah, I'm halfway through the Final Girl support group. I started it and then started reading some other stuff, but I really I have another book of his that I want to read. That's it's like a, oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on the name, but it's that one that I bought when we were in Phoenix that has all these old horror books. Covers? No, it's like book covers. I mean,
I'm totally forgetting
it. Paperbacks from Hell.
Yeah, that's what it is. I want to read that one next.
I know your book's better than you.
I know, apparently.
So, they're also supposedly doing another adaptation of another. Of
Southern. That's another one I want to read.
Southern Book Club. I thought you were going to read it, so I shut up and then you didn't.
I thought you were going to keep reading it. No. Southern Book Club's Guide to Hunting Vampires.
I know nothing about these books, so I can't really comment. IFC Midnight is a reliable distributor, but I don't think they do franchise stuff. They just do one-offs like Starry Eyes and Resurrection. Yeah, IFC Midnight's great, but they ain't picking up fucking Friday the 13th. Destiny, what's up?
Hey, y'all.
Scott, favorite Saw DVD menu? Is that a question?
What is your favorite Saw DVD menu?
It's a random question.
Do you have one?
Who was my favorite catering crew on a Saw film? McDonald's. Missed seeing you guys live. Why was I reading the U before this?
I don't know.
What drugs am I on? All the good ones.
Lots.
Well, now I think they just copping on every horror license they can think. Of course they are. It's a prop, they're in it to make the money. And I don't know. Would you rather see Blumhouse make a Friday the 13th film that potentially could be good? Or do you never want to see a Friday the 13th movie again in your life? That's the question, people. Let's see some.
Ask yourself
it. Let's see what people say. Blumhouse Friday or no Friday ever again?
Blumhouse Friday.
Oh, sure. I mean, how many shitty fucking movies and franchises have I seen now?
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I've seen so many shitty entries
for all the shitty entries, there's somebody that likes it, so it's
sure.
And that's also the other
thing. If somebody you love Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, I think they're fine. And it's I love that they exist for you and whoever the hell gets them. So I'm not arrogant enough to be well, I don't like them, so they shouldn't exist. That's total nonsense thinking. And if you think like that, you need to change your thinking. Hendrix has a book called Horror Story. Yeah, she read that. That might be the one. You read that recent.
That one I did. I did read recently. That one, it looks like an IKEA catalog. It's cool. I feel like all his books could be adapted into TV shows or movies. So I hope they go down that path.
Sure. Rec teases horror comedy slasher series with a killer dressed as a duck. What is this? Fucking New York Ripper?
I was just going to say, but then I wanted to say don't torture a duckling, even though.
You always think it's don't torture a duckling.
Because that's what it should be called. Yeah. That makes more sense.
The Fulci movie named Don't Torture a Duckling has no ducklings.
No ducks.
The New York Ripper
has a killer that sounds like a duck.
Duck noises. Yeah,
I can't even make it.
There's something with Fulci and eyes and ducks. So, my Disney comment made no sense. Drank some alcohol tonight. Talking to you, it sounds like you've always had some alcohol tonight. Hey, Jason, are you a fan of the Resident Evil games? Sure am. I own
all except for...
Yeah, I found out that they sold all of the Resident Evil original numerical titles on the PS4. And so I got to buy 0 through 8 plus the 2 Outbreak games, and then I also got Code Veronica, which I always call Code Veronica X. But yeah, big fan, especially of Part 2, of course, because that's my generation. Resident Evil 2 was a defining game, along with Metal Gear Solid and Zelda Ocarina of Time, and those were pivotal games in my video gaming. Blumhouse Friday. Yeah, see, Scott gets it. Friday the 13th is outdated. Its time was in the 80s.
Nay.
Do you feel it's okay?
But that's fine. It's a valid opinion. You don't
have to see it. That's just it. You don't got to watch them.
That's true.
But I want Friday the 13th Part 5, Volume 2. Yeah, I mean, bring me some freaking Tommy Jarvis escaped from the hospital after killing Pam. Yeah, your daughter is hot. My daughter's 9. So we're gonna have to report you to the police. This would be my fiancée, if that's who you're talking about, and she is older than 9.
By a few years.
Just a few.
Are you guys going to see The Invitation?
Am I going to see The Invitation?
I don't know if we're going to see it in theaters. That's the...
Are you going to go? We've seen...
That's the one that's kind of like the vampire twist. Oh, it's today.
We didn't get it in town, and I sure as shit ain't driving an hour to see it.
Yeah, we'll wait, and maybe we'll see it.
I doubt it.
But
maybe. We watched Uma.
Yeah.
And Firestarter.
Yeah. Oh,
and
God.
we were like, we're not going to watch those. And then we ended up watching them because I always want to keep them. We try
to watch new stuff, and
we give them.
We give it a chance, and then by the end of it, we're like, "Fuck, what a waste of our time."
But there's surprises.
But sometimes,
it happens.
Yeah, sometimes we love it.
You never know. Nice. Would love to see some videos breaking your thoughts down on those. Yeah, I mean, I originally planned because I started playing through Resident Evil 0. And I was I originally planned to cover every one of them individually on the channel. And I just never did because I'm a lazy piece of shit. No. Well, I mean, in 5 years, busy. I did like 2,500 videos on the channel, so I can't be that lazy.
Exactly.
Let's see. No Friday at all if Blumhouse is involved. That reminds me too much of Disney. See, Disney. Here we go again with the Disney.
Nothing's wrong with Disney.
I don't see Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Child's Play, or Candyman ever getting a theatrical release again. I mean, Candyman literally just got a theatrical release. I don't know why you would think that.
And Child's Play, I could see Child's Play getting another theatrical release, especially with the Chucky TV series.
If they make a sequel to that remake,
sure,
that'll definitely go to theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really find that to be Child's Play personally, but you know, could I see no, I mean, I definitely think that Child's Play is for the small screen now. I think they're going to stick to the TV show. Now, and I don't think that the TV show, even if it has a movie to end it all, which I would think would be a kind of a cool way to end the show, and the Chucky franchise is with a film, if not like even more, like a trilogy or something. I mean, how much Chucky can we get?
Never enough.
Seems like fucking an endless amount. If they can make that much shit about a killer doll,
yeah,
you would think they'd be able to get us another fucking Friday the
13th.
100%. Let's see. Also, I got into your channel through Saw. Good, you know. Speaking of horror news, Kaylee and I are heading to Vegas in a week to go to the Saw and Blair Witch escape rooms.
I'm so excited.
We will be reporting back. We just rewatched Blair Witch 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to go through the titles of what they're actually called because there ain't no Book of Shadows in the Book of Shadows. I am reading the Blair Witch young adult novels that were released back in the early 2000s. I read 2 of them in the last couple days, and I'm about to start now. Yeah, this is the one I finished today. This is The Dark Room. And the next one is called The Drowning Ghost, which is about Eileen Treacle. I've been pounding through these fucking things. I read this Dark Room one in the last day.
They smell really good.
They smell really intense.
They smell like the Scholastic's book fair, and it's wonderful. I read, it's the dossier, the Blair Witch
dossier she just read
that
the
I
Blair
just
Witch
finished.
Dossier. That was cool.
Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to get him to rewatch the Saw movies with me because he knows them like the back of his hand, but I've only seen them like once each. So we just watched 1 and 2. Sure. And hopefully I can also get him to watch the rest.
Brett is asking if I'm good at horror trivia.
He's
Is that a real question?
Way too good.
Is that a real question? Love to have me play. How about I just ask you guys?
You moderate. You're the one asking the question.
I don't want to dominate too hard, guys. Brett's only seen like 7 movies, so I don't know. It would be like Brett and fucking Matt versus me, and I'd just be like, all right, time to lose horribly. So favorite 80s slasher. I mean, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. You?
Favorite? I mean, probably the Driller Killer.
Yeah, she's a big
fan. I love all slashers. I love all of them. But this guy, Massacre too. He's like the best in my mind. But I do love all of them. I really like slashers are just my favorite thing. So all 80s slashers.
LOL 0 is terrible. You know, I was struggling with Resident Evil 0. I'm not going to lie. That's why I didn't get through it. I just was not enjoying it. Just notice your tea. Cannot wait for Cobra Kai season 5. You mean my entire outfit?
He's super decked out.
I just so happened to grab both today. Anyway, yeah, honestly, skip 0. I'm already almost done with it. Y'all like to read horror, yeah.
Yeah.
I read every night.
Mm-hmm.
So does Kaylee for about 3 minutes.
I can't read at night. It's unfair. So he gets to read all the time when we're at work because he has these breaks when his clients are processing. And I don't get any breaks because I'm running around answering phones and stuff. And then he can read whenever we go to bed. So when we're laying in bed, it'll be like 1 o'clock and he's totally fine. And I just cannot push past like 3 pages. So I have to read other times of the night. But we both like reading horror, of course. We're trying to read more horror specifically. We were working through, well, we still are. The problem is we have so many interests and it's really hard for us to figure out how to divide our time evenly and do everything that we want to do because it's honestly impossible. But we were reading some Christopher Pike books because, you know, the young adult, like those books they're smaller, they're easier to like read in bite-sized bits. But I've been trying to find some more horror book recommendations, mostly through TikTok because Book Talk is like really helpful. And there's one horror author that I'm really curious about reading his works, which is his name's Aaron Beauregard. And I guess he does it's like splatter horror or like splatter gore books that anyway, the covers honestly look really rad and people seem to enjoy them when they like more extreme horror. So that's like my next thing to look into.
Yeah.
But
speaking of no time, I never fucking seem to have enough to get into the 6 trillion hobbies that I have. And lately I've been obsessing over a completely new hobby.
Just board games.
Board game collecting, which I already own a ton of board games. I own a lot of horror movie themed board games. Most of them, honestly. But lately I've been really, really obsessing over like board games in general. And there's just so many out there. And I don't know why, because we don't have any friends.
we have, yeah.
We have no in-life real friends.
We play board games with the little ladies.
With my actual children. And
they're 9, and it's a lot of fun to play with them, but we can't play some of the horror board games with them. We play
Horrified.
We did play Horrified, and they liked it, actually. We started trying to watch some of the Universal monster movies with them because of it, and we didn't even finish The Wolfman, which we need to finish because they were actually enjoying it. Like,
I don't know about that.
Well, they were enjoying watching it, like the experience of watching with us.
Jake asks, do you think modern horror films are more aggressively criticized than older horror films 1 trillion bajillion other made-up numbers percent? A million %. The shit horror movies get criticized for these days, people do not even care. I tell those people, like, I think the perfect example is Happy Birthday to May. I don't think you've seen that.
I haven't seen it yet.
But just watch the ending of Happy Birthday to May and tell me that you would be able to get away with that ending in 2022 without the audience being like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. But it's regarded as like kind of a cult classic because shit didn't have to make sense in the 80s.
Yeah.
But now things, you know.
People want answers. They want to know exactly how things happen.
And if you want, go watch an episode of Mythbusters where they try to make a human mask to try to convince people and trick people that there's somebody else. And no matter what they do, because they're doing it, they're basing it on the Mission Impossible movies, and they're trying to like figure out a way to make themselves look like the other person. And they make like these realistic masks as humanly possible. And it looks nothing like that person. You can't fucking wear a mask that looks like another person's face. That's all I'm going to say.
Happy birthday to
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my God, that sounds terrifying.
You can't do it. It doesn't work. It's not an actual thing. But in old 80s movies, you can just do it. Masks are just, you just put on a mask that looks like my face and you just pull it over. Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta has proved this. All you have to do is just take someone's face off and put it on yours, and you look exactly like it. Fuck your bone structure, fuck all that stuff. It's just your skin that makes your face look like that. So dumb. So dumb. So yes, 100% they get criticized way harder.
Yes.
All right.
Excitement for VHS 99 this October.
We just saw the poster today. It's a rad poster. I mean, I've enjoyed the VHS franchise very much. The first one is good. The second one is awesome. The third one is not great. It's not very good. I was a defender of it, and then I rewatched it again, I think with you, right? With the magician and the skateboarders and that. And I was like, wow, this isn't really good. This really isn't good. I think I defended it wrongly. So yeah, it's not a very good movie. But I did really like VHS 94.
Yes.
A lot. So let's hope they stay on that. And I don't know who's directing these, but I'm super excited for that. Super excited for that. You? I'm
excited. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be, hopefully, I mean, like you said, if it's like 94 at all or following in the same kind of vein, it'll be great for me.
Let's take a break from questions for a second. Let's move on to the second news thing here. This is hilariously another thing that we were literally just talking about this week, where I was saying, because I'm an enormous Bioshock fan, I played through all three of them, especially Infinite, which I beat in. I used to do this thing where I would rent games from Redbox at midnight, and then you have them till the next day at 9:00. So you kind of get it for like 2.5 days, sort of, if you play it that night. So I played Bioshock Infinite, and I used to beat games like that and pay and rent them for one night for $2, or I think $2 or $2.50, something like that. I think it was like $2. I would rent these games at midnight. I would go home. I'd play them till like 3 or 4 in the morning. Then I'd go to bed. I'd do whatever, and then I'd play them all day. And then the next day they had to be back at 9, and then I'd play them all day and beat them, and then take them back by 9. And I would pay $2 to beat this game. And so Bioshock, I did that with Infinite. I beat it all in one day. It was like technically 3 plays of like 6 hours apiece. And it was amazing. It was fucking mind blowing. And I've always been saying, like, it's a right freaking property for a television series or movie franchise. And that why the hell haven't we gotten another Bioshock game? It's been 10 years since we got a Bioshock game. So it's pretty wild. So the news is Netflix Bioshock movie. I Am Legend filmmaker Francis Lawrence will direct. Netflix Bioshock movie is finally on the way, with Deadline reporting this afternoon that Francis Lawrence is on board to direct. Michael Green will write the screenplay. I don't know who Michael Green is. Set across multiple dystopian and visionary landscapes. Gone wrong, the Bioshock video games. Yeah, we all know what it is. Who's excited for a Bioshock movie? I don't know. Video game adaptations obviously have a rough track record. They're not impossible. We are insanely hopeful for The Last of Us.
Oh my God.
Being our favorite video games of all time. But we really need... Gore Verbinski was supposed to direct it, but he dropped out, which is such a shame, because Gore Verbinski doing a Bioshock game adaptation would be phenomenal. And, outside of Pirates of the Caribbean movies and The Ring, Gore Verbinski made the criminally underappreciated The Cure for Wellness, which I think is just one of the coolest films to come out in recent memory. So it's a shame that he's not involved. And I Am Legend is not a movie that I'm huge on. So I don't know. But Bioshock rules. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to... look forward to a Bioshock movie? Netflix, I don't know. I'm real mixed with Netflix. I feel like their movies are really rocky. Like, there's some that are good, and then there are some that just they give so much creative freedom to their content creators, if you want to call them that, to their directors and whatever. I feel like it almost, I don't know. I find that because they'll give like $200 million budgets to people, and then they kind of bring back this subpar film. And I'm like, studio interference has always been the cop-out forever. And I agree with it all the time. I always watch these behind the scenes things and after the fact. And the people are like, oh, they went through these test screenings and the studio made me cut out this and this and whatever. And typically, a lot of the times, these are on great films that we love, and we're like, "Oh, well, that sucks that was. I would like to have seen your vision." But sometimes, with Netflix kind of not saying anything, I don't know. Maybe no oversight's a bad thing. Maybe you do need someone behind the scenes, kind of being like, "Well, because when you're on the set, the director kind of just has the clout and is like, "This is what we're doing," and like no one wants to be like.
That doesn't work.
And so sometimes the producer does need to come in and be like, because they have the money, right? And it's like, we're not making this fucking thing. I'm the money guy. And it can be a terrible thing, but I think it can be a good thing at times as well. I think Pixar does it super, super well.
Definitely think it's about balance.
But Netflix is just, I don't know, they put out a lot of subpar films and they let their guys have full creative freedom from what I've heard. And maybe that's not a great thing. I don't know. Back to some questions here. I am still of the mind that Halloween 6 to me is personally the best sequel. Okay. I mean, why would I change your mind? You love it. That's awesome. I loved the Halloween 6 growing up. When it came out in 95, I was 13. I saw it in theaters, opening day, of course. And I was a big fan of it. And I see its glaring flaws. Like, it's a messy ass movie, and it's obviously a messy ass movie because of the producer's cut versus the theatrical cut. I mean, they're drastically different films. So you can tell behind the scenes, they didn't really know what the fuck they were doing. You know, Joe Chappelle was kind of doing his thing, and then everyone else was kind of doing their thing. And but I really like the physicality of George P. Wilbur in that. I think he's great in both Halloween 4 and 6 as Michael. And, you know, of course, I would have preferred Daniel Harris to come back as Jamie Lloyd. That would have been cool. But yeah, I mean, I grew up on that film, and it has a special place in my heart. And I think that the producer's cut, especially when Kara is at the college, I feel like tonally that actually is the most similar to the original 78 Halloween, which is really bizarre to say and to think, but it's true. If you actually watch that sequence, it feels very Halloween. It feels very 78 Halloween. But I do think that Halloween 4 has the best atmosphere
from the original
of the Myers sequels. The Myers sequels, Halloween 4's atmosphere is just phenomenal, and of all of the Halloween films, that's the one that feels the most like it's set on actual Halloween within autumn. Right. Yeah. Like the original Halloween season barely feels like it's a Halloween setting. Right. Like I don't get a feel that it's on Halloween that much.
I guess it's mostly just because I associate it with Halloween, obviously, but you might be right on that.
I mean, it's my opinion. I'm not right or wrong.
Well, no, I mean, like, right in that like vein of thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an opinion.
Where was I?
This is the last one I think we were reading.
Yeah, but okay. No, I feel strongly. They already announced 2 more Texas Chainsaw Massacres for Netflix, so not long. I mean, I hope that's true.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that anywhere, so I'd like a link to that, Ben. I would love a sequel to the new Texas Chainsaw. I think it rules. So does she.
Yeah, we were both really big on it.
So, yeah, I love the new Texas Chainsaw, and that can be seen however you want. And that's just it these days. Like, I feel like everyone's just so tightly wound and their opinions on things are so concrete in their mind.
Yeah.
And they have such aggressive language towards everybody when they disagree with them. They're either, you know, a shill or woke or...
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of labels.
Like these nothing nonsense words that mean literally nothing anymore because they've been used to death.
Yeah. But also, like, whenever you, like... your opinion can change, like with movies and art and film and stuff. Like you can watch something and like really hate it and then come back to it in a different place in your life and love it. So I think you should be more flexible with like your opinion on film and art.
Sure. I hated
nothing set in stone.
I hated the new Child's Play, the remake. I've seen it a couple times. I don't like it at all, but I don't have any issue with them making a sequel to it.
Sure.
And I don't have any issue with anybody loving it.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all. I don't think someone is an idiot or, you know, a shill to Universal because they like a fucking movie. It just, you know, it's just stupid. So awesome. Always wanted to do a Saw escape room.
Hopefully we can escape.
Come with us
and survive. The Blair Witch
the Blair Witch game in VR. I did.
I didn't. We played it.
We
together
played through the whole thing on Xbox.
And it's so good. I really want to play it in VR too.
It's the exact same game, but
in VR.
It's completely
so you're
around
there
You literally are in the woods.
You're in the Black Hills.
It's really wild. I'd never done that. It's the only game I've ever done like that, where I have played a flat screen 2D version of it. I mean, it's technically 3D within the screen, but it's not like fully immersive 3D. And then played that exact game in a 3D setting. It's kind of jarring because you're actually inside the game, and it's hard to explain unless you do it. But the graphics and everything are exactly the same, but they're all around you.
It sounds
three-dimensionally.
so cool.
And it trips you out because I know the game. I'd played it. And then I put the headset on and I got into the game, and it was like this is the exact same scene, right? But like it's all around me now.
Oh my god, it's so scary sounding.
It's like the scene. Sure, because in the game you'll have to kind of like turn the character.
Yeah, but in VR you're turning your head,
looking around, and there could be things behind you.
My god,
so it is wild. It reminds me of Escape from LA. When Snake is watching that hologram, and then the hologram like goes from on the table to all the way around him, and he like sees the cameraman and everything like with him next to him. So ridiculous, but that's how it felt. It very much felt like that scene in Escape from LA. So anyway,
Blair Witch prequel about the woman herself and the style of the witch would be good.
Well, so they were originally filmed. I mean, they were originally going to do that. In fact, if you see right here, I don't know if you guys can read this on the screen. Look at this. Win a trip to the set during the filming of Blair Witch 3. This was happening. Experience the horror of Blair Witch 3 up close. Tell us about your brush with the supernatural in 150 words or less, and enter to win an all expenses paid trip to the set of Blair Witch 3. I laughed when I read this because I'm like, oh man, somebody won that.
Oh my gosh.
And they were like so excited, and then the movie never happened. And then they were probably like, here's a gift basket.
Like, here's a tote with the logo on it.
Oh, that would be such a bummer, because they had this in production. The original plan that Daniel Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez wanted when they were asked to do a sequel, they were like, we don't have any interest in doing a sequel. That's why they tapped Joe Berlinger to do Book of Shadows. They were like, we want to do a prequel set in the 1700s dealing with the tale of Ellie Kedward. And that was very intriguing to me at the time. I was super into that. But they didn't want it because it wasn't like found footage. Ironically, Book of Shadows, of course, is done as a dramatization, done in typical narrative, traditional filmmaking, and not in found footage. Yeah. But they were saying that the events depicted were just dramatizations of what actually happened, which is kind of what they'd be saying with the prequel set in the 1700s is like, here's all the information that we've gathered, and here's an account. This is a retelling of the truth, right? Which is exactly what Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2 was a recount, of course, with more a closer time frame of information, so you could be a lot more accurate if something happened right now and you're just making a movie off of it. I don't know how something happened in that time period.
Yeah, in the 1700s.
Right? No. In Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. After the movie was released, they had Book of Shadows out in a year, and somehow the people were influenced so much that they went out and committed murders, and then they got that story and then made a movie and released it all within a year. Pure nonsense.
They're just working fast.
Pure nonsense. There's no way it's fast enough. But
anyway. It would be really great to have more Blair Witch stuff.
Are you excited for Hulu's Hellraiser? Absolutely.
Yes. Give me those cinnamon bites.
Cinnamon bites, yes. I think that David Bruckner is one of the best horror directors working currently. I love The Ritual.
Oh man.
I love The Night House. And I am also, as well as Kaylee, I think, I'm also, I've said this before, and it's kind of funny, but like, I'm not the biggest Hellraiser 1 fan, but I am easily one of the biggest Hellraiser fans that there is when it comes to the franchise of films, because I like every Hellraiser movie outside of Hellworld, which I think is abysmal, unwatchable nonsense. But outside of that, there's 10 films in the Hellraiser franchise, and there's probably only about 50 people on Earth that like almost every single one of them. And Hellraiser Inferno is my favorite film in the franchise, and that was directed by Scott Derrickson, who did Doctor Strange and, you know, The Exorcism of Emily Rose and Deliver Us from Evil and Sinister, and most recently The Black Phone. And I think Hellraiser Inferno rules.
Really, really good.
And I really like Hellraiser Hellworld. Or not Hellworld.
The one that you hate?
No, Hellseeker. Where Kirsten returns. Yeah, I dig that movie. I really like that franchise.
Yeah.
I like the Revelations, and I like all the ones everyone hates. So I'm a bigger Hellraiser fan than most.
Yeah, I know. We talked about this, like, because he showed me all of the movies, and it's just funny how people, I guess, are like really purist about liking just the first Hellraiser, and that's it. The first two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think like all the others, except for Hellworld, are just really cool, and I'm so excited for the new one. It's just like. It's so like there's one which movie is it? I always forget. I talked about this recently to you, but there's this one scene. It's not Inferno.
What's the scene?
It's the one with the like the trough, the pig trough.
Oh, that's Judgment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a couple scenes in the franchise that like really make me gag because they're like just so gross. But I'm still excited, and I hope that Hulu's Hellraiser will make me gag as well.
And the whole hatred that's being thrown towards the casting of Pinhead. I mean, Pinhead's character in the book, as far as you read it.
Yeah, the Hellbound Heart
is an androgynous.
From what I remember, it wasn't. Right? I mean, they're like demons. Like they're not really.
But that's how they're described.
Yes.
That's what I've read, is that it's an androgynous character. So this is the perfect casting for that role. And she is amazing in Sense8. If you haven't watched Sense8, then you need to, because it's a fantastic show. What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking coffee.
Coffee, because we're supposed to stay up late tonight.
Yeah, so I'm trying to caffeinate.
Are you excited for VHS 99 and Argento's new film, Dark Glasses? Actually, speaking on that behalf, you can keep that going, Kaylee. We need to watch
Argento. Yes, we are excited for VHS 99, and I think he's grabbing an Argento film.
So I actually bought the Dark Glasses Blu-ray not too long ago, and we still haven't watched it. So I actually own that movie, and I need to watch it because I want to see where he's went since Dracula 3D, because that is honestly one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my entire life. It's so bad, it's laughable. So that's a damn shame.
So we'll watch it.
Yeah.
And we will review.
Which version do you prefer? Night of the Living Dead 1968 or the 90s remake? Kaylee does not like Night of the Living Dead 68 at all. That's her Rosemary's Baby.
It's so bad. I love zombies. They're like my favorite like monster. And I can't.
She didn't like Dawn of the Dead.
I know.
Either.
Don't tell people. They're gonna come for me. They're gonna come for me. But I don't know. I need to. Okay, Dawn of the Dead. I want to retry because I feel like I should like that movie. But Night of the Living Dead, I get the historical like significance of it, and I can appreciate it as a film, but I don't like it. Which do you like more, the 68 or the 1990?
The 90s remake, because Barbara isn't like useless piece of shit.
Barbara is
awful.
she's
she's just useless. and the one that Savini has in his film is so fucking much better. So I like her, and then Tony Todd, you know, as the main character there, is good. The franchise, you know, honestly, the Night of the Living Dead franchise is not a franchise that I'm like some expert on by any means. I've seen the original movie maybe 3 times. I've seen the 90s remake maybe 2 or 3 times. I've seen Dawn of the Dead maybe 10 or 15 times. I've seen Day of the Dead, which is easily the best Romero zombie film. Day of the Dead fucking rules. It rules so hard. It's much better than Dawn, and I love Dawn. I grew up on Dawn of the Dead, but Day of the Dead is just better in every way to me. Okay, favorite B-rated horror flick.
B-rated.
Oh my god,
all of them. They're so good.
Yeah,
B-rated horror is like the best.
Brain Scan. God, Brain Scan. My memory of Brain Scan. I just remember the villain and the look he has is really out there. It kind of reminded me of like Trick or Treat or something. I remember liking it. Okay, I remember liking it. I don't remember hating. I know you've never seen it. You've probably never even heard of it.
I think I've heard of it. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, the obscure movies are going to be more on me. I believe there was a Resident Evil 2 board game. Oh yeah, there was 100%. I've seen it. I almost bought it once actually on eBay. Have you guys seen Barry season 3? No, we have not watched the third season of Barry, but I have seen season 1 and 2, and I think you have as well. My favorite episode is the one with the feral child that keeps stalking them. That episode is so funny. And
where were you? You just scrolled down.
I scrolled down way too much.
We're trying to keep up with comments. We're just talking about so much too much. Okay,
there's a lot.
Okay, this is where it is.
Yeah,
there is a Big Trouble in Little China board game. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I do own all the Big Trouble in Little China comic books. So I did not know about the board game. Horror films today get scrutinized way more than they did 5 years ago. It's great, though. Allows films to be discussed. Yeah, I mean, whatever. People, I just feel like people are too harsh, and it hurts. It hurts people who are enjoying something when something is going good for them. You know, Star Wars being the perfect example where, you know, Disney was talking about putting out 2 a year, and then there was such an adverse reaction to The Last Jedi that they cut it down to where we're not going to get a Star Wars movie for years now. And it's like, for the people who are enjoying them, like myself and so many others, we don't get any now because so many other people had to scream to the heavens how much they hated them to where people that were actually enjoying them don't get them anymore. And even if you're on that bandwagon of like hating this Disney Star Wars and everything, your fucking franchise is coming.
Oh, sure.
So stop thinking that it's just going to only be on the things that you hate. If you watch, it's going to happen to you too. So keep your fucking laughter up, and you're going to see that franchise you love is gonna do that to you as well. So fuck you all.
It's a double-edged sword.
Well, hello, greetings from Brazil. Hello. I think Bioshock 1 is the best. Yeah, it's fantastic. I don't know. I love Infinite, so I don't know. You've played any?
I've watched gameplay of part of Bioshock 1 and then like Bioshock Infinite. For some reason, I like really listened to the Bioshock Infinite soundtrack because it kind of reminded me of Fallout.
Yeah.
So
it's cool. I absolutely love the Miss 2007 ending. Yeah, I mean, it's controversial. Good. It should be. And that's what it is. It should be. And it's awesome. And I don't know. I don't know any horror fans. I shouldn't say that. I know very few horror fans that don't love The Mist and The Mist ending. It's probably more of the general audience that was crying, but fuck them, get out of the theater. Dang, I still need to play Bioshock for real. Only play the demo. It's phenomenal. $2. All right, there you go. Friggin' yeah. I thought it was $2, the red box thing. I thought maybe this was the Paperboy from Better Off Dead. I want my $2. But no, that's not what this was. I think a miniseries will be best. For Bioshock, I agree 100%. If that's what you're talking about, I'm pretty sure it was. They're also talking about a Days Gone movie. Yes, they are. And if Sam Witwer is not cast as the lead, I will be just annoyed out of my mind. I mean, he played him in the game. He's an actor. They modeled him after him. He looks exactly like the character.
That's like a given. You should cast him.
Why would you not cast the guy who does the voice and
is also
his facial the likeness as well? And he's an actor who acts in tons of stuff. Who also, hilariously enough, was in The Mist. Oh. Isn't that a funny connection? He's the soldier who feels bad and ends up getting sacrificed by the religious zealots inside. And he's in that little romantic entanglement with the girl who gets stung to death. Anyway, that's kind of funny. I didn't even think of it until I read those back to back. I'm from Sao Paulo. How do you say that?
I'm not sure.
Sao Paulo. Brazil, and a big fan of your channel. Well, thank you so much. I am sorry that I can't pronounce where you're from. I'm an asshole. I've been meaning to comment on your Silent Hill movie video. It'll happen sometime.
Sometime soon.
Holding back.
Maybe not.
Why don't you just comment right here? Get it out in the open. You're gonna call me out for what an idiot I am. Here's the place. Q 2021 remake is still releasing in October here, apparently. A film from 2021 is still releasing this year? That makes no sense. And Puppet Master's second spinoff. They made Blade, the Puppet Master movie, but they do need to make a sequel to The Littlest Reich already, because that movie was really funny. And Dr. Death. I don't know anything about that. Eli Roth was supposed to do a Borderlands movie. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that they're still talking about that, so I wouldn't give up hope on that quite yet. Michael Green wrote Jungle Cruise and Death on the Nile. Okay, so he's been working on some bigger stuff here. That's fine. What was that, Bioshock, right? Is that the writer that we were talking about?
I think that was who we were talking about.
Those are big world building type. Jungle Cruise is kind of a little bit like that ish, I guess. Not really. I don't know. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. It was okay. We watched it. I didn't watch that on the Nile. No. I didn't watch the other one either. The Orient Express one.
No.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, yeah.
I have huge problems with the first Silent Hill movie. One of the very few minority who prefers the second Hill. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I definitely disagree. But I don't know the games very well, so that's probably your reasoning. And respectful to the source material. There you go. Yeah, I don't know the Silent Hill. The only Silent Hill game that I've ever really tried to play was Downpour, because a lot of people told me. I bought it. I played a very little amount of it, and then of course I played the PT Treat teaser, which supposedly there's a game
that's like that.
That's supposed to be just like that, called Madison.
Madison. I very much want to play that.
Yeah.
So,
has anybody played Madison?
Yes.
Let us know, because it's on a list of like the best horror games of the year. But who has time?
Not us. We wish we
anyone
did.
Excited for Jeepers Creepers Reborn and Halloween Ends? I am. Yeah, I'm gonna watch them both.
Yes.
Jeepers Creepers Reborn is taking inspiration from the comic. Wait, is that JCR's Jeepers Creepers Reborn, or is that something else?
I think it's Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
There's comics?
I don't know. Creepers? Is there comics of Jeepers Creepers?
Still acknowledging the first three. It's got to be Jeepers Creepers. What's the comics? I don't even know. HBO is giving The Last of Us a lot of money, apparently. Each episode costing $10 million. I mean, they made that big teaser trailer that had all their big shows coming out, and they saved it. Like it was the cherry. There was a fade out.
Yes.
And then it was like, and here's our big thing coming out. Yeah. Right. So they have a lot of faith in this property, and they clearly know that the fans of the Last of Us franchise, us, are really, really looking forward to
Yes.
Maybe they're just giving out all this money to big name directors who are running out of ideas, but they don't want to chance the investment of young directors. Well, realistic for everyone who shits on Disney. Disney loves to give smaller indie directors big ass budgeted freaking movies. I mean, this has happened a good amount in Marvel and in Star Wars as well. You know, people who have made semi bigger movies, right? Like Rian Johnson did Looper, right? Or like you know, they'll have like maybe one under their belt, like Colin Trevorrow when he was originally attached to do Star Wars Episode 9. He had only done Jurassic World, but before that he just did indie shit. And then you know, Gareth Evans, who did Rogue One, he'd done Godzilla, but really before that he just really done monsters. Like, I feel like they take these really interesting. John Watts is a really good example, who did like Cop Car and Clown, and they gave him, you know, Spider-Man. So as much as people want to shit on Disney, they give them chances. You know, Chloe Zhao, who did the Eternals, stuff like that. Like these really interesting directors who are making pretty cool films. They're throwing them $200 million films.
Yeah.
So you can shit on Disney all you want, but they're the ones actually taking risks and giving young, talented directors big budgets. So say what you want. Hello, what do you think of Kyra? Oh, that's Pulse.
Oh,
we just watched.
We did.
Just watched Pulse.
We didn't watch
the original. Pulse.
We did not watch the remake. We watched the original.
I've seen all three of the American Pulse movies.
I mean, I loved the 2001. That's the original, right?
First one was 2001. We were like, and I didn't remember my thoughts on it, but it was super eerie.
Fucking eerie. It's creepy. It's really creepy. I'm super big on it for sure. I think it's one of those. I mean, I really love Asian horror, Japanese horror especially, and there's still so much that I haven't seen. So, but it's great. It's great.
It's
big recommendation.
Pulse is excellent. And that is that's Pulse, Karen. Yeah. And then I watched the American ones. They made 3 of them. And those are inferior, obviously, but they're still okay if you're into trash like I am. What do you think? I think Halloween 6 comes the closest stylistically to capturing the original Carpenter movies still to this day. I agree. As I said, I agree with myself. Jason, what do you think about Pretty Little Liars Original Sin? Well, we covered every single episode in full spoiler discussion, so you can go get our thoughts.
We did.
Overall, I thought the ending was okay. It was okay. It did not pay off very well. The more I thought about it, the more I disliked it. So, not great. Mrs. Erica Lauren. Horny Mason? No, not horny. Hi. I dislike most new horror movies, but actually like the Child's Play remake.
I am your buddy.
That's fine.
Good.
I disagree. I think we live in a golden age of horror, and the 2010s is the best decade of horror ever. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Did you play Resident Evil 7 with VR? I did not play it in VR, but it is definitely the scariest Resident Evil game there is, in my opinion. Kaylee, top 3 favorite found footage movies you've been introduced to.
Oh, top 3. I'm so bad at these. I know. I hate these on the spot.
Just name
Lake
3,
Mungo.
3
or not
Lake
Mungo.
Wait, yes. It doesn't have to be in order, and it doesn't have to
not
be
in order.
Definitive.
Lake Mungo.
Okay.
The Poughkeepsie tapes. And
The Visit.
You're right. It is The Visit. The freaking Visit, man. Oh my God. Found footage is wonderful. It's one of my favorite genres of horror for sure. The Visit is terrifying, even though it's only PG-13. We talk about a couple scenes pretty regularly from that movie. We just made
an old
little
woman horror short on our TikTok.
Inspired by The Visit.
Yeah, inspired by The Visit.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't checked out our TikTok, we make some pretty fun little horror shorts
we do. But Lake Mungo's got that it's just really creepy and unsettling, and I very much love the atmosphere. And then the Poughkeepsie Tapes is just so fucking disturbing, and it's wonderful. But there's a lot of found footage that I love, and I'm sure if I had time to think of more, I could.
Oh no, here we go. It's published 2 days ago. The Salem's Lot remake is once again without a release date. So they had pushed it from September 9th, 2022 to April 21st, 2023, which was really disheartening because it is one of my most anticipated films because it is my favorite Stephen King book. And I think Gary Dauberman is a great screenplay adapter of King's work and his own, and I really enjoyed Annabelle Comes Home. It's my personal favorite in the Conjuring universe, and so him taking over, obviously, since he wrote It Chapter 1 and 2, adapted them anyway. I was really excited to see what he would do with his tone that he brought to Annabelle Comes Home, and also with his writing in the Stephen King verse. But it looks like the film has been undated altogether now. Now, that's whether or not are they filming this? I thought they did. I thought that they even completed it, but maybe they're just trying to figure out where they're going to put it. Because Dauberman's creative team, blah blah blah, fresh off Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, I don't know if this has been filmed completely or not. We'll see. We'll see if anybody says down in the comments, but I don't know. That is very disheartening to hear. But I'm just gonna hold out hope that they're reconfiguring some things to try to figure out where they're going to put it and not gonna push it till Halloween of next year or take it off the slate altogether and be like, the movie was unwatchable and we're never going to do it. I have no fucking clue. But that is super disheartening. The Boy 3 from director William Brent Bell on the possibility of more Brahms. No. No. Brahms the Boy 2 is genuinely one of the worst films in the last 10 years. I thought it was abysmal. The Nuns 2, set to be released in theaters next Halloween. I don't know what to take from any releases anymore. People say they're coming out. Cool. We'll see when they come out.
They come out
I didn't care for The Nun.
Yeah, neither did I, but it's one that I want to rewatch because I feel like I want to like it. Evil Dead Rise getting a theatrical release in April 2023.
Yeah, so they pushed Evil Dead Rise off of HBO Max, which it was supposed to come out later this year, probably in October. But they decided, I know that it's tested pretty well, so they decided they want to take it to theaters and they pushed it all the way to April. This pisses me off because it's like, if it's ready, instead of being like, all right, we're not going to put it on HBO this year, we're just going to put it in theaters. We'll put it in theaters this year.
Do it.
I don't know what the hang up is here. It just gives us a synopsis. But it doesn't really tell us why.
Yeah.
This is an incredible show of confidence in Warner Brothers. Okay, why? I know it had screenings and it did well, but fucking just release it. If it's done and people have seen it and they were going to release it this year anyway, then fucking release it.
Yes, I agree.
You're gonna do better financially releasing it in April than releasing it in October
this year.
Bullshit. There's no way.
Let's see. Hello, what's the scoop?
We're catching up on old comments. We're gonna try to go as quick as we can. Okay. Yet I kind of really did like the Evil Dead remake. I love it. So do you.
Yes.
Curious what's in the cup. Any news on the 3 new Strangers movies? Just that they're in production. I played somebody's reaction of it in PS4. Inferno rules. Thank you, Maddie. You understand. Thoughts on the new upcoming interview with the Vampire Show? Some aren't happy because of big changes. I don't know the source material.
I don't either. I'm like curious to read Anne Rice, but like only mildly.
Yeah.
Because
I don't like vampires much.
I do.
So I'm
but
not the target audience.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't she become like didn't she like convert to Christianity and like become super religious? Am I thinking of somebody else? She wrote all these like books about vampires and like witches and stuff, and then now she's into Christianity and writing more of those. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I mean, we'll be checking it out most likely. I would want to check it out. At some point, we will get to it.
Ben Grimm says Hellraiser Judgment was shot in my area. It could have been an extra. Not the best, but it could have been cool to say I was in Hellraiser.
That would have been really cool.
Haven't seen any of the Hellraisers past 3. Well,
check
you don't like new horror movies, so I'm not sure why you're even watching them anymore. I like Judgment, but it's not Hellraiser. Okay. Did you guys attend Mad Monster Party? We sure did. I spent $100.
Yeah, it's actually where I got this shirt.
That's true.
And I got these shorts there.
Yeah.
$100 to walk around
for about an hour.
Yeah.
About an hour.
Yeah, we weren't there for very long.
There was definitely
but it was cool.
Some cool stuff.
Really cool.
But
it's just a good place to spend a lot of money.
It was really cool to see people
from a distance.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I saw Grady from Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Robert Ressler, and I got to see ECG Daily, and I got to see multiple people from Just One of the Guys, which was really, really exciting for me because I'm an enormous, not Just One of the Guys, Valley Girl, but one of them was in Valley Girls, or in Just One of the Guys as well, Deborah Foreman. Which seeing Deborah Foreman was there, and it was so exciting because I grew up on Valley Girl. I even wanted to wear my Valley Girl shirt there, but I didn't end up doing that. I can't remember what I wore, but it wasn't my Valley Girl shirt. I should have worn it, because it was super, super cool. She got to see Jeffrey Combs. Which I know was really exciting.
I was really excited. I haven't seen like any act. That was the first horror convention that I'd been to, and so it was cool to see people. Day of the Dead is best. Dawn of the Dead.
Resident Evil, love it. Fact Club, the gore from Savini OD, in Day, yep. Trick or Treat 2007. I like that movie. People love it way more than I do. You saw that one?
Sorry, which
the Anthology? Trick or Treat.
Yes, with Sam.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I love
Michael Daughtry's movies.
I like anthologies in general.
Daughtry's movies for me, I'm never huge on. Like I like them, right? Like Krampus, I like, right? And that movie should kill for me. It has Toni Collette. It's a Christmas themed horror. It's got a cool thing. It looks great. I'd love to love that movie, and I want to see the naughty cut because I'm curious on if it changes anything about the movie. I like it. Don't get me wrong. And then Godzilla King of the Monsters, it's like, I thought that movie was stupid as shit. So, I don't know. Daughtry is all over the place for me, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like his movies. I just don't love them like everybody else does. Hey, thanks for recommending the found footage film Forsaken. I watched it with my 12-year-old. He just started watching horror. We absolutely loved it. Good.
Yeah, it's a really rad film.
Yeah. Super cool film. Can't wait for Pearl to come out. That's
Same.
September 16th.
Oh my god, right? So excited.
It's
hella delayed with the live chat. Yeah, we're trying.
We're not delayed. It's just we're taking some time to get to the chat.
Did you watch The Boys season 3? And what did you think about Soldier Boy? We did watch all of The Boys, and I don't know, Soldier Boy, like, he's fine, but it's Homelander. He
terrifies
my
her.
God, I'm so scared of him, and he laughs.
I
laugh
think
every
Homelander's
time.
like the funniest character ever. He's so funny.
He's so evil. It's terrifying. Yeah. It's a great series. It's so gory. It's like, oh man, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to talk about spoilers or anything, obviously, but if you haven't seen The Boys, you should check it out.
Yeah, 1,000%. Boys season 3 was fantastic.
Yes.
What is a horror movie you think deserves a board game or a video game? Well, Dominic, I want to make, even though this isn't technically a horror movie, it is from a horror movie director. I have been talking about making a Escape from New York board game for a long time. I have the whole thing planned out in my head. I just would need to get together with some artists and some people. Bean, hi, how's it going? You want to be a part of the? You want to be a part of the little chat here? She's rubbing her butt up against your guys' comments. That's how much she loves your comments.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
A video game or board game? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know how many have been made. I would need like a list of the ones, so I didn't pick one that was already made into a board game.
Well, yeah, I miss Escape from New York. I think Escape from New York would also make a kick-ass video game as well. I can't make that though, but I could make it the board game. There was Big Trouble in Little China Lightning action figure set. Yeah, we see them or those are the Bandai ones, right? The ones that we see at Walmart here and there. Lightning.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Favorite classic Tim Burton. My favorite Tim Burton movie is Ed Wood.
Ed Wood?
Yeah. You?
What is considered classic?
Doesn't matter. Just Tim Burton.
I mean, I don't know. I guess like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay. That's not Tim Burton, but
wait,
that's fine.
It's not Tim Burton?
No.
What?
He didn't write it or direct it.
What?
He just came up with the characters.
Name all the Tim Burton movies. There's Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah. You want me to name every single
name
Tim
them
Burton
because
movie?
Beetlejuice.
Your movie?
Beetlejuice might be it.
I mean, he made a lot.
I know.
I
can't believe he didn't do Nightmare Before Christmas. What?
You want me to name like Big Eyes and freaking?
No, I'll go with Beetlejuice.
A lot of big
stuff.
Fish, big eyes.
I'll go with Beetlejuice.
Big cock.
Big.
No, he didn't direct that one. I did.
A black
That was just me taking a selfie.
But it's
no.
Okay.
You're the only one that should agree with me. The black phone was the biggest disappointment. I'm sorry to hear that. Have you seen Nope yet? Yes, we did. We reviewed it. I actually enjoyed it. 80s, mid-90s, Tim Burton is gold. I agree. Thanks for turning me on to The Ritual. You are so fucking welcome. We just got the book.
Yeah.
Right? We got the book around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Right
She's
there.
reading the book, too.
Yeah,
yep. Picked it up from the library.
That table right there. That table, you can see it. The Ritual is sitting on there. I didn't even know. She said reading the book. There you go.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, we just got the book 2
I
days
hear
ago.
that the book is wonderful. Somebody was recommending it to me like months ago. They came in and were talking to me about horror books, and they said they loved it. So I don't know how different it is from the film, but
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I think the Ritual is fantastic. We were just talking about the director
like
20 minutes ago, an hour ago, 5. I don't know how long ago. I find the Mist ending funny. The way you spelled it, that seems like you found the ending of the video game Mist funny, which I remember what that was.
The video game Mist.
But I do
own
all
game.
3 of the Mist novels.
Yeah.
To talk about books. Because I'm a nerd who fucking collects way too much shit. I should watch The Mist, probably a better Silent Hill movie than we got. Maybe. And the only fan of Dario Argento's demon movies and dream of a third part. Well, Dario Argento did not direct those. Lamberto Bava did, but yeah, he was involved in them. No, we watched them recently.
Yeah.
We enjoy them.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's a demon. Instrument of evil.
Yeah. They're great.
Yeah.
Italian horror.
Tony the Pimp.
Oh my God.
That guy's
what a
hilarious.
Character. Italian horror is really good.
Frank Darabont was supposedly going to adapt King's Bachman books. The Long Walk seems like an easy book to adapt. Yeah, I mean, that'd be a cool book for sure. Just kids walking until, and if you stop walking, you die.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Fun.
No, it's not okay. It's okay, but yeah, Silent Hill should have been kept as Harry Mason?
Mason?
I don't know. The Passenger, my favorite surprise of the year.
So good. We loved it.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought he was talking about the Jennifer Lawrence, Chris Pratt movie, Passengers, the sci-fi movie.
Oh, no.
Like 5 years ago or something. I thought that movie was great. That was a big surprise to me, too, as well, because the trailer made it seem like it was one movie. And then I put it off for a while, because I was like, oh, I got the movie figured out. And then I watched the movie, and it was totally different from the trailer as far as the plot goes. They do a total twist in it, and I was like, oh, this is super compelling. Like a really, really, really cool question of morality that I was like, oh man, that's a tough one. Love your channel. Beware of police gang stalkers. What is that? I can't be beware of something if I don't know what that is. So we're gonna die because we don't know what that is.
Oh, apparently.
Play Silent Hill 1 and 2. They're great. Apparently, The Church is technically Demon 3. Yes.
We just watched The Church recently.
We did not like it.
No.
I'd seen it before, but man,
I don't know.
It is a boring movie.
It is boring. It's weird. I'm like all about demons, and I didn't like it.
I mean, everybody's talking about Silent Hill.
Yeah,
well,
Silent Hill.
Evil is, but
this is just because this is back when we were,
It's late here in Miami. So, last question, Kaylee, did you ever get shown Pin? No. We were talking about it because I just showed her Magic.
Yes.
Anthony Hopkins.
Well, we watched it. It was your first time, right?
It was my first time.
So we watched Magic.
And then I showed her Dolly Dearest.
That doll.
Pin was one of the other ones I had talked about showing you as well.
Is Pin another killer doll movie?
Yeah, it's a doll movie.
We were, I got on this like doll kick recently because I found this TikToker who like collects haunted dolls, and I got like obsessed with this idea.
Yeah.
And so I made him rewatch all the Annabelle movies with me, and then we watched all of those. And technically, I feel like Magic should count as a killer doll, even though it's a dummy, but it looks like a doll. And we've also started buying these creepy dolls that we find at Goodwill, and we have 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
They're not haunted as far as I can tell. Nothing has happened to us.
Nothing's happened.
So we'll watch Pin.
Yeah, there's so many like killer doll movies. I want to show her Pinocchio's Revenge just because that's the most ridiculous title ever, and it's a much more serious film than you would ever think. The Fear movies. You've got, I mean, the list goes on and on.
So many.
I can talk about tons and tons of doll movies that I would watch. I showed her Dolls.
Oh yeah, Teddy.
Which is just super funny.
It's so good.
The Woman in Black dress is terrifying.
Oh my god, and Pulse.
Yeah, I love it.
It's great.
Just got off work. Don't know what's been discussed, so I'll just say hi.
Hi, big guy goes.
You can fucking ask us questions. A lot of Silent Hill talk. That's what's happened.
A lot.
I disagree. The monsters don't make blah blah blah. Great call with the Poughkeepsie tapes. That's right.
Did I skip? Hold on.
We can only answer so many.
We're gonna have to.
Here. Have you seen Super Dark Times? I was gonna show her Super Dark Times accompanied with Summer of '84. I think those pair really, really well together.
We did watch the new House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah, House of the Dragon. That's great.
Yeah.
Super great. Big, huge fan of the Game of Thrones series. And House of the Dragon is off to a very, very strong start because I'm an HBO shill. Did you guys watch the new Resident Evil series? We watched one episode.
Yeah, it
was okay.
We're probably gonna. Well, I don't know.
I don't know if we'll ever get back to it.
We want to watch it.
It just got canceled, so what's the point?
It's a kind of a bummer.
You know, even if it was good, it would make me go, ugh, do I really want to invest my time in a show that probably leaves off on a cliffhanger and doesn't fucking do anything? We'd love to see the two of you do a best of 2022.
Oh,
We've talked about this.
Yeah, we were going to.
I got a lot of recommendations from your 2022.
Yeah,
we'll try. I mean, we can. We've definitely got a lot recently.
Yeah,
that would make that list, like Resurrection and Prey.
Yeah, and The Passenger,
and
Godforsaken. Yeah, there's a ton that we're really big on for sure.
This last couple months has been really great. And Jason answered my ethnic background question. What about you, Kaylee? What are you?
Just some mix of like Western European, like British, and I'm a mutt. The Church is technically Demons 3, but I can't really think of it as a part.
I need news on the Strangers. Can't tell me 3 are coming and then just leave me hanging. Yeah, I mean, it's just got announced. Be patient. It's only been out for a little. When did that get announced? A month ago? That's not much time.
Anne Rice passed away last December.
Oh, did she?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
I just remember.
I think maybe I do remember that. Maybe. Yeah, that's why I can see you don't like it. I love an actual Silent Hill too. We're talking so much about Silent Hill.
I know.
My kid thought you recognized you both, but before we could get back to where he thought he said.
Oh, at Mad Monster. Oh, yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, 150 on a gremlin.
I was recognized by one person there.
Yeah, I was like going to the bathroom and somebody, I don't know their name.
Yeah, we were going to the bathroom and they walked up and they were like, "Let me see your dick." And I was like,
and
"What?"
you were like,
and he's like, "I want to see a celebrity dick." No, that didn't. He just said citizen about, and I was like, "Yeah, what up? I'm famous.
What up?
You're the only person that's ever recognized me." Orphan First Kill, Interview with the Vampire, Teen Wolf are firmly in the category of projects I would have expected to see anything new from. Orphan for sure, but I loved Orphan First Kill. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And hey from Australia. Hello. A-Train's arc in The Boys is great.
It's intense. I don't know how I feel about him. I kind of just I don't like a lot of people in The Boys. I think Butcher is my favorite. Yeah, they're all very unlikable and flawed. Huey
makes me want to punch him.
Oh my God, Huey.
He does not deserve Starlight one fucking bit. Not one bit. That chick is a trillion times out of his league.
Yeah.
And not just because she's so much better looking than him, but she's just a better person.
She is.
She's just everything.
Like, genuinely.
Killer Clans game came out of nowhere. Killer Clans. Killer Clans. That's a totally different thing. Killer Ku Klux Klan. No, that'd be a terrible game. I don't want to play that.
I don't want to play that game.
I would not purchase that game. Killer Clowns game came out of nowhere. I agree. We all agree.
Here we are. We're almost to the bottom. There's an Escape from New York video game in development for PS2 that got canceled.
Lame. There was a freaking PS4 game that was supposed to be, or PS3 or something for Child's Play.
Man.
I have a little insert in one of the games that's like, want to play. And it's like, I do want to play.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to get to.
So lame.
They're doing your Edward Scissorhands. Now we're getting to where this is why we're in such a delay. We're trying to answer every question. Yeah, I want you to find somebody else who does live streams, who has 50 plus people on the whole time. Everyone's commenting, and we really try to answer every question. All of them. Most people don't do it. They just read the bottom one.
Would you say
when they feel like it
that The Conspiracy is a found footage film executed right?
Sure. I love The Conspiracy.
Yeah.
But I haven't shown it to you. Or did I?
We watched The Conspiracy.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a mockumentary.
It is a mockumentary, but I think that still counts with found footage.
Sure. I mean, it's a similar subgenre.
Edward Scissorhands, Tim Burton directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Anything earlier, Johnny Depp films basically is Tim Burton. Sleepy Hollow. I love Sleepy Hollow. Mm-hmm. I'm a watch Ends at home a couple of times and go to the theater. You're
gonna watch it at home first before going to the theater?
Interesting.
That's interesting.
We're doing it in reverse.
Are you just doing that in case you don't like it and then you're like, fuck it, I'm not going to the theater? Because that would make sense. But if you're going 100%, I'm definitely watching it at home and then I'm definitely seeing it in the theater, that's a weird match. I would think theater first if you're going to do one or the other. That's me. Have you seen the anthology show American Horror Stories? Yes, we're watching it.
Slowly. We watched one episode. But
that's not true. We've watched 3 episodes.
We watched 3. We watched the first 2 with the dominatrix in Murder House.
Yeah.
Right. And that was cool. And that actress was in We Need to is it? We Have to Do Something.
We Need to Do Something,
which we actually didn't finish. But the last episode that we watched is the Doll House one, which was good timing. Mm-hmm. And it was good.
What's up, everybody?
Everybody else? What's up, everybody?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Just one more thing about the Silent Hill games, original Japanese.
No,
okay.
No more
Sorry,
Silent
Hill. We're gonna
talk.
skip the Silent Hill stuff.
Silent Hill again. I'm gonna scream.
Did you guys have seen Bad Moon 1996 werewolf movie?
Yeah, it's my favorite werewolf movie. We have a poster of it.
Back there. It's back over there.
You see it? The bottom one next to Chucky. Yep, there's hands on it. Bad Moon. There you go.
I see a bad moon rising.
Yeah, my I've seen Bad Moon. It is my personal favorite werewolf film. I love it. I think the werewolf in it rules. What do you guys think of Pascal? I showed her.
We've only seen Martyrs by him, or I've only seen Martyrs, which I mean is phenomenal. But I haven't seen anything else, I don't think, by him.
Unless I'm confusing the directors, which I'm pretty sure. I always confuse these two directors, so let me make sure when it comes to Pascal, because I sometimes mix him up with the guy who did Inside for some, or the people who did Inside. Okay, I did. That's what I thought. Okay. He did The Tall Man with Jessica Biel, which I actually quite enjoyed, but I think a lot of people didn't like it because it's not the kind of film you would think it would be. It's much more of a thriller, and not a horror movie like most would think. Incident in a Ghostland, I liked, but I didn't love. But I do have a friend who it is his favorite movie ever made. So there are fans. There are always fans, no matter what you guys think. No matter what you're watching, you think that your opinion on it is the general consensus. But there are people who fucking love things you guys hate. Resident Evil series is awful. I mean, you're not alone on that. A lot of people
didn't like it.
Have you seen The Last Slumber Party? No.
Nope.
Have you seen any Vincent Price movies? Yes, of course. Theater of Blood is my favorite older Vincent Price horror movie. Edward Scissorhands, of course, is a great Price movie, but he's not really in that movie all that much. I do love me some Resident Evil. It's about adaptations. Could you see better days? I talked about this today. I don't understand why they can't just adapt the fucking video games. I don't know why this is complicated. I know they kind of tried to do that with Welcome to Raccoon City, but make the first one in the mansion. Make the second one at Raccoon Police Department. Make the third one like. This is not complicated. Make it more horror. Make it all about like limited resources, action sequences, minimalistic, focus heavily on the horror. This isn't hard. I don't get it. Thoughts on Once Bitten, and Vampire in Brooklyn. I haven't seen those in so long, but it's all about Vampire's Kiss.
I'm a vampire. Yeah, it is all about that.
That's the best. If you're gonna mention those, you gotta do that. Have you guys seen Pizzagate Massacre? No. I've heard enough about Pizzagate living in fucking Sedona. I don't ever.
Oh my gosh.
Anything.
Is it gonna be like freaking the scary of 61st?
No, Ben actually says he liked Pizzagate Massacre and it was in his top 10 films.
Wow.
That's incredible. Not ever. Of last year.
Well,
Pizzagate Massacre.
I guess we'll look into it.
Wise Bandit, I don't recognize your name as much, but Ben, I have seen your name a million times, and we usually agree a good amount on stuff. So I will look it up. Pizzagate Massacre.
Pizzagate Massacre.
The Pizzagate Massacre. There it is. Oh, I saw this poster because I thought the poster was really cool. The snake and the pyramid.
Freaking reptiles.
Yeah.
Freaking Illuminati.
Yeah, okay. You think this is good, huh? A dark social satire inspired by the real-life conspiracy theory known as Pizzagate.
Wow.
Well, I think Pizzagate's nonsense, but I'll watch the movie. Is The Good Son a horror movie? Shit, I don't know. Thriller. We'll go with thriller. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Does anyone consider Problem Child 2 to be a horror movie? Probably not, but that's a funny one. Good old John Ritter. The Problem Child movies. I haven't seen those since I was a kid. What is your favorite horror movie ever made?
Yeah.
Tattoo. Yeah.
It's Michael.
Park Chan-wook is supposedly adapting a script by S. Craig Zahler. Ooh, okay. Yeah. I mean, any fans? Yeah. I love Park Chan-wook. Big fan. Always have been. Old Boy and that stuff. And then S. Craig Zahler, he wrote freaking Puppet Master of the Littlest Reich, which is super bizarre. But he did Bone Tomahawk, Brawl in Cell Block 99, and Dragged Across Concrete. All fantastic films, in my opinion, especially Brawl. Brawl is probably my favorite. Bone Tomahawk would be second, and then Dragged is third. But man, I love them. You got to see Bone Tomahawk. You think, if anyone who's seen Terrifier thinks that scene is intense with the girl getting cut in half, yeah, they do that in Bone Tomahawk, except for it looks fully fucking real.
Oh no! I mean, oh yes, but no.
You want it, like, Terrifier gets all this street cred because of that kill, and it's like, it's been done way better in Bone Tomahawk. So I don't know what the hell, why no one talks about that, but it's one of the most graphic scenes of all time. Welcome to Raccoon City was a mixed bag. Yeah, I agree. I'd Good Son is a thriller. Yes, agreed. Craig is a fantastic director and love the channel. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
The Last Slumber Party is from 1988, is on YouTube. I've seen
fun 80s cheese.
Let me look it up really quick because I've not seen it. I would recognize if I'd seen it, but I think I've seen it on some lists. And we are going to watch Sorority House Massacre 2.
The second one. We watched the first one.
Yeah, with Orville Ketchum.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's one of my favorite fucking characters in any horror movie ever.
Yeah, he keeps telling me, he's like, you haven't even met Orville Ketchum yet.
Ketchum.
I know.
So he's in part 2, and he is in part 3, Hard to Die, one of the dumbest titles that has ever existed.
Hard to Die. But Sorority House, the first one that we watched last night, like,
it has a 2.5 on IMDb, The Last Slumber Party.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Well, but it's fun 80s cheese. So says Matt. So
yeah. So yeah. Slumber Party or Last Slumber Party 2.5. Damn, that's 2.5. It's rough. That's one of the lowest I've ever seen. If there's a new season of Masters of Horror, what modern directors would you want to do episodes? Easy fucking peasy. Ari Aster, Robert Eggers, and fucking Mike Flanagan.
Yes. Oh my
David
goodness.
Bruckner. I mean, there's so many great directors currently working that do fucking rad movies that I would love to see. James Wan.
Yeah, I was just gonna say James Wan. We need to.
I'll take a Jordan Peele one. I know he's a controversial director, and like he has a fan base, and he has a hate club.
Hate base,
but I'll take one from him.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll take. I'd have to look at some more directors that I'm maybe blanking on right now. Adam Wingard. We just watched Blair Witch, 2016 one.
Yeah.
You're Next is obviously great as well. Excited for VHS 99. Yes, we are. I
want to get back into watching the Masters of Horror because we were trying to actually make our way through them, and we unfortunately stopped like a year ago or more, over a year ago now.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. I like the bite-sized episodes, and modern directors would be really cool to see.
Just a heads up, we're going to get off here in a minute.
Okay.
Let's finish up these questions and let's call it a night. This was fun. We haven't done this in a while, and we promise it won't be another 8 months before we do it again.
We'll try and
just wanted to connect with you guys and say hi. Right?
Yes.
So
hello.
Hello. So let's cut it off here. Let's read the rest of the questions really quick and let's call it a night. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for the participation.
Yes.
There's been like 55 to 58 people in here almost the whole entire time. That's awesome.
Really cool.
Super, super cool. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Which is creepier, Pulse or Lake Mungo?
Ooh, that's a good question. Both really creepy.
They're both super eerie. I'll go with Pulse.
I will too,
actually. Because there's more going on. So
Pulse, there's so much that's like really unsettling.
If you liked Lake Mungo, I can heavily recommend a recent film we watched that had a similar feeling to it. And it had that very realistic mockumentary feel of like exploring somebody who, something happened to them and there's like maybe a ghost on the property.
Oh, you're talking about?
I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. Oh, it's a
Miller's End. Oh my God, Howard's End, Howard's Road, Howard's Mill.
So many titles.
That was so ridiculous.
So many titles.
Howard's Mill is very similar in tone to Lake Mungo for sure.
Yes.
Howard's
End would be Howard's Mill.
Howard's Mill. Oh my God, Howard's Mill.
We're all over the place.
Sorry.
It is Howard's Mill, 100%.
Mill.
Yes. That's a really cool movie. That's like one of the only times I've ever really fucked up a title that bad.
Really?
I never do that.
I do that kind of stuff all the time. I'm bad with like names of everything.
Awesome Channel, Phantasm, or Evil Dead? Evil Dead.
Yeah, Evil Dead.
Evil Dead is the best horror franchise there is.
Evil Dead is a lot of fun. The Phantasm's fun too, though, but Evil Dead is,
Saw used to be my favorite as far as, it is my favorite, but it was, I should say, okay. Let me tell you that. Evil Dead is the most consistent franchise in horror because even Child's Play has a remake I don't like.
Yeah.
Right? But Child's Play would be the closest, but because of that remake, and I love the Evil Dead remake.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't just dismiss remakes. You have to include them. And it's just everything Evil Dead to me is awesome.
Yeah.
All 4 movies. All 3 seasons of the TV series, the new video game, if you could ever load into a
match. We were really into it when it got released, but for some reason, like we can't seem to play it anymore. But I haven't seen all 3 seasons of the show yet. We were watching them, and then because of me, we've kind of stopped and started watching other things. But Evil Dead's really great. I watched Predator 2, and I'm about to watch Saw, good double feature. Sure.
They're totally different.
They're
wildly different. Did you say Eli Roth for upcoming, the horror Masters of Horror? No, we didn't. I'll take an Eli Roth one. Sure. I don't think you've ever seen an Eli Roth film, so you can't really say. You never saw Hostel.
No, I haven't seen Hostel.
You didn't see Knock Knock.
Nope.
You didn't see Green Inferno.
Nope. I've watched some of his
even House of the Clock in its Wall or
nope.
like that. Yeah, you've never seen it.
I watched a little bit of the Shudder. Doesn't he do that one Shudder?
Yeah, he does History of Horror.
History of Horror, which I like. I really am into those kinds of things, but
I love Hostel.
Yeah, I want to watch Hostel.
I'm a big fan of Cabin Fever. I really like Knock Knock. Green Inferno is fun. Death Wish was pretty violent. I really liked that about it. I like Eli Roth. I know he's he's kind of a guy people love to hate, but I enjoy his films. Most of the best B-rated 80s slashers are rated low. I know, but 2.5 low, you find the other great slashers that are 2.5 low. 90s has some good cheese, sure, but the
Leprechaun franchise.
Lep in the Hoods.
Oh my God. That's where we stopped. I haven't seen his return to the Hood. Yeah. But I do have, we found this really cool Leprechaun shirt at Zia Records. Remember?
Mm-hmm. We bought it.
Yep.
And we got it in the closet. We got a Leprechaun shirt.
We do.
Can we watch y'all live stream while you watch Sorority House Massacre 2? No, because we're going to get naked.
We only watch our movies naked.
Unless my kids are here.
And then
would love to don't even make jokes. I don't know what you were gonna say. Let's just stop. Would love to send donations once you guys are able to receive them in live chat.
Oh, thank you.
We got to set that up one day.
We will.
Phantasm used to be my favorite franchise, then Ravager came along. I don't fucking blame you. It's a very, very weird, impossible franchise.
It's weird.
It doesn't make any sense, and I don't care what.
But the Tall Man.
If it's similar to Lake Mungo, I'll give it a chance. Howard's Mill goes on the list.
Yeah, check it out.
Phantasm used to be my favorite franchise. Yeah,
you just did that one.
I have on my collection Day of the Dead 2. Oh, God. I have Day of the Dead 2 as well. Contagion. I own it. I own all that shit. I am a fucking completist, and I need mental help. Watching horror movies. Whoa. that comment.
We watching horror movies too.
Horror movies. I think it's just I love watching horror movies.
Yes.
Brian, that's wonderful. First Hostel was good. Didn't like the second one. I love the second one. It's my favorite easily. That guy messed up so bad.
You just finished Leprechaun in Space? Yep.
Oh God. I think Leprechaun in Space is fucking hilarious.
It's so funny. In like a, not movie related but Silent Hill. Yep.
Ricardo says not movie related but Silent Hill. Fuck! I said I would hear it again. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Oh, I'm like one of the people typing in the comments now. Oh my good. Oh my. Day of the Dead 2 is from the guys who did Creepshow 3. Right? Probably. That sounds accurate. I do think that's actually accurate because that's that company. What is that company? They were buying up little horror properties and they made shit. They were just like put together a film in 3 minutes. The only thing that's even slightly amusing about Creepshow 3 is the doctor who's like telling this kid he's gonna die without caring. That is actually kind of funny. It's just he delivers this news to this kid like you don't got any time left. Fuck off, kind of thing. And that actually made me laugh. But the rest of the movie is pure trash. I did cover that on the channel, and I had a gun to my head the entire time. That's it. We did it. We got through all of the comments. We did. We covered like 2 minutes of news and then answered questions. So this was more of like a hangout. Yep, this was a hangout. But we sort of talked about some news. We did. A little bit. We did. We talked about everything I really wanted to talk about as far as and people ask questions like Hellraiser and stuff like that and the Strangers thing and Goodnight Mommy remake trailer is here. I don't know how I feel about that because I wasn't a big fan of the first original one. Justin Long is in Barbarian, which is cool. I didn't know that. I'm really looking forward to Barbarian. And we're gonna get off. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. We will be back soon. I promise. All right. Bye. We always do that. We just laugh and be dumbasses and everyone.